Hey guys, Alex Lee here from Tried True Mortgages, just with another video for our property analysis series, episode 5. We are going to be looking at a property where we looked at potentially flipping the property, so purchasing it, renovating it, and then from there reselling it. The market has shifted quite a bit, especially in Hamilton. We've seen prices decrease more than we've ever been used to, specifically because of interest rates and all real estate right now, but specifically because of interest rates and the economy. But yeah, so I guess just before I even get into the video, a couple things to know about flipping right now, at least, is that if you're going to be doing a flip project where you think, I want to finish this in 4, 6, 8, 12 months, you really have to sort of time it correctly, because if, for example, you had started a flip project in March of last year, so the third month of 2022, if it took you 9 months, let's say December of 2022, market was down $200,000. So even if you had somehow put enough money into that property to have the value increase $200,000, you would just broken even. So it's really, it can be risky when in a down market. But if you do tend to see or predict that the market is going to be increasing in the future, that's where you can look at the flip. And sometimes there's arbitrage. In other words, sometimes there's properties that are just not listed properly for whatever reason. Somebody's trying to get rid of it quickly. Somebody's trying to, maybe somebody passed away, maybe there's divorce, whatever the case, right? So sometimes there's that arbitrage where you actually have the ability to rehabilitate the property quickly and then sell it at what's market value, and market value might be a lot higher than what they were initially trying to sell. So let's jump into it. I have House Figma up here for those of you who don't know. First off, before I even go into it further, my name is Alex Lee. I'm with Tried and True Mortgages. We are mortgage agents in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And we help people with home purchase, mortgage financing, refinancing their home, equity takeouts, and debt consolidation. So if you have any of those, if you're in need of any of those things, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. Be glad to help out. Okay, so this property is located in Hamilton, Ontario. Address is 215 Prospect Street. The property actually has already been sold. So my business partner put in a bid on this property. There was actually quite a few bids on the property because it was listed at $359,000, as you'll see. And so we put a little bit lower bid probably than what the other individuals put in. And so somebody ended up buying it for $458, which, as you'll see in our video, I do a quick analysis breakdown of the costs and the break-even point. You'll see if that falls into place or not. So first off, yeah, so property address 215 Prospect Street in Hamilton, Ontario. Let's take a quick look at where this is in Hamilton. So located right here, Hamilton, Ontario. So this is what you'd call central Hamilton, down the mountain. Central Hamilton, nearest roads, Main Street East, one of the busiest roads in Hamilton, King Street, Gage, so right around there. Okay, so we'll go right back into it. Let's just take a look at, let's take a look at a little bit of the financials first, then we'll jump to the photos. So 215 Prospect Street, it is a 4-bedroom, considered 2-bath, 0 garage. It does look like it has enough space for probably 2 cars parked there. Okay, property taxes, $3,300 per month for at least for 2022. Considered a detached freehold 2.5 story, built in 1915. So that's another important thing, is any house you're looking at, guys. If you're looking at a house that's 100 years old or more, sometimes there can just be innate problems with a home that old, whether it be rock foundation, whether it be concrete foundation, but just because the old starting to crack heavily. I mean, that can happen in newer homes too, but sometimes, there's just problems that come with older homes. But anyways, we'll get into that. Square footage, 1,320 square feet. It is on the market 7 days. So the realtor actually did a good job at pricing this house. It sold pretty quickly. And okay, so let's go into the pictures. So you guys will notice why we looked at this home as a flip opportunity pretty much right away. From the outside, like I said, 2 cars you can probably fit in there. Looks like the roof on the front is okay. Roof here looks okay. Concrete in the front looks fine. Stairs leading up all look fine. Brickwork looks okay. Can't really see any major external problems, exterior problems, I should say. However, stuff always comes up. Next photo. Alrighty, so this first picture. I mean, picture tells 1,000. Is better than 1,000 words, whatever that saying is. Um, you can see right here, like this carpet would need to be gone. It's destroyed in here. The walls, this is probably plaster walls. If it was built in 1915, I highly doubt it's drywall. Probably plaster. Plaster looks okay. You probably just need a new paint job. You'd have to see how the property is when you go inside. The business partner did actually go in there. Said he could probably just paint it over. That's much better than having to replace plaster. Plaster walls are pain. Once you make a little hole in one part of the plaster just starts cracking all along where you ever made that hole. So it can be really, really a pain. Outlets, this has old electrical for sure. So you'd have to factor that into the property. If the electrical is still safe, then it's okay, but you'd have to get the inspector to really look into that. Yeah, so carpet, electrical right off the bat, you can see here, window coverings all need to be gone. The heat register, we have different heat registers today, but this just looks like an old one. You would have to get a new heat register there. Nothing much in that regard. We'll have to look at the furnace after. Obviously, new colors you need here right away. Just another angle, probably. Yeah, you can see carpet obviously gone. Looks like a fan fixture. Probably need to replace it. Flip switch, light switch, probably okay. Maybe need to replace. This little door. This door looks thin. I don't know how it was in person. The door looks really, really thin for whatever reason. This doorway might be difficult to actually even get stuff through there. Probably maybe need to open that door maybe another 6 inches or so, but hard to tell from the picture. Little archway looking back to where the photo came from. So you see you have the front door here. Front door, it looks like there's probably a little walkway over there that goes into this front. Let's just call it a living room probably, or family room. And then there's this arch between the living room and the family room. Again, you can see these registers old fashioned all the way out, all the way through this property. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the walls and the floor in this house, but something happened, that's to say the least. Okay, so kitchen area. Kitchen, I mean, just because what we've seen in the other parts of the house, you probably have to just gut the whole entire kitchen. Although you could probably repaint these, I wouldn't recommend that for this type of flip. If you're going to go, and want to do a flip project where you want to make the house, a lot more valuable and break even, no pun intended, then you're gonna have to redo this whole kitchen. So right there, everything ripped out. Floor looks like some sort of linoleum or vinyl floor ripped out. The windows, I can't really tell from the pictures. The windows, I think, were fine, but can't tell from the photos. So everything in here that you can see would have to be gone. Again, this is just another part of the kitchen. Light changed. Door looks okay. Looks like they have okay, that type of heating. Alrighty. Okay, this is probably upstairs or some sort of bedroom or something. Again, carpet needs to be gone, changed. Carpet, like in this particular case, you'd probably be looking at some sort of vinyl or laminate floor. On a flip, you don't want to be doing, hardwood floor where it's going to cost you $4, $5, $6 a square foot, where you can get some sort of, a very durable vinyl or laminate for $2, $3, $4. So yeah, you definitely don't want to go above. I wouldn't even try to go above $3 a square foot for the flooring, but you don't want to go anywhere above $4. Paint, Paint is probably the least of your worries in this whole entire house. The flooring and the paint are probably what's gonna spice it up the best, or I guess increase the value at least. If you were just to do that, that would help you, and you didn't want to do the kitchen or any of the bathrooms, but you'll need to do those just bare minimum. Another bedroom, yeah. So the windows look like they've probably been changed. I mean, you also have to change these window coverings. Windows here, yeah, I can't see too much there. Again, carpet needs to get out of here. Paint job really bright. You want to do something, light gray, an off white, a white color, something that's warm and bright. Okay, this looks like a nice closet. Actually, I mean, one thing you can say about this house is that it actually does have good space. The 1,300 square feet or so that it said earlier. So you are working with good space. It's just a matter that everything pretty much needs to be done. Again, all this carpet would be taken out. This shelf here, probably take it out, although it does look okay, although it's bending quite a bit there. Yeah, so you'd have to remove all that. Alrighty. Okay, so the bathroom, I mean, hard to even tell what happened here, but just because it's so dirty, I can't, I don't know. But yeah, so everything in this bathroom, pretty much, unless you could somehow clean it down to its core, I highly doubt it. You can see, like, um, first off, it has the old bathroom style with cold water, hot water, and then the spout, which is actually fine. That's not a huge issue um, at all. But if you want to make it more modern, you'd probably just go with the one where you have the one on and off switch. The sink we need to gone. You'd probably want to put some sort of vanity sink in there to add a little bit of space. I don't know how large it is in this bathroom, so it'd be hard to tell. Toilet, completely new. You'd need. I would probably get rid of all of this tile. The tub you don't actually have to get rid of because you can clean the tub and then get it refinished. So they come and put like a some sort of I don't know. It's like a refinished company. They'll come and put like some sort of plaster or something of that nature over the entire tub. We had it done in one of ours. Looked really really nice afterwards. You wouldn't have known it was an old tub. So yeah, you do that, but you definitely need to get rid of all these tiles. Maybe put some larger tiles, 12 by 12, 12 by 24, all on the walls, and I would recommend the ceiling as well. And I just want to see one thing. Yeah, so it is a shower. I'm hoping there's a shower head here. Can't see it, but I'm guessing there is. If there isn't, you'd have to add a shower head, obviously. And then while you're doing that, you just get rid of these type of dials. Okay. One other thing note here, there's a window in the bathroom. This bathroom probably doesn't have a fan in it. So homes built before probably, I don't know, 1972, 75, they didn't actually have ceiling fans. So what you would do is you'd have a window in your bathroom. I know because I had one of these. And anytime you showered or bathed or whatever, you'd have to open the window. Otherwise, everything would fog up, obviously. So here you can either just leave the window or add a ceiling fan. Just means you have to go, I don't know where this is, but in the attic or the floor above. Looks like there's like a medicine cabinet here. Would need to be removed, put a new one, or just have that vanity down low. New towel bar, obviously. Okay, bedroom upstairs. This looks like it's probably, I'm not sure if it's a master bedroom or just like an attic room. Carpet up here surprisingly looks good. So I don't know what's going on there. My only concern would be, first off, this window. I mean, this window's half the pane is out, so you're gonna have to get a whole new window there. The carpet does look like it's actually coming up here, unless that's just, hold on, where am I? Unless that's just visual, but no, yeah, it definitely looks like it's coming up, probably from moisture, probably from maybe they had dogs, cats, whatever. New window here, a little bit of a closet, not bad to have that closet, but you just need to, I would even repaint everything up here, and then new carpets or the vinyl or laminate all the way through. Okay, so this, obviously we noticed this huge issue during the walkthrough. The sellers said there was water that was coming in through the roof, some sort of leak, and then going into the attic, and then obviously into here. So this is obviously could be a very, very huge problem. So this is something you have to factor in whenever you're looking at flip. First off, On the surface, just looks like probably had some water dripping, and then eventually over time kept dripping. Then you see what happened here. Water dripped through the ceiling, plaster, drywall, whatever it is. Eventually just gave out, and that's when everything started falling. So on the surface of it, you just think, okay, well, you just need to patch that up, patch the hole in the attic, whatever. But a couple major problems. First, there might be mold in a lot of it if that water kept leaking and leaking and leaking, and most likely there is. So that's a mold issue right there. Second is the truss inside of the attic. They could be rotted. So if they're rotted, it's not really secure um, having your house. So you don't know if you have to redo your whole entire roof, which would be that would just destroy your whole budget right there. That's not a flip project. That's a tear down the house and start over project. So those are huge issues right there. So you'd have to really see what's going on there, or get the house at a very good price. Anyways, that aside, window up here also looks old. You'd have to replace that most likely. No baseboards in here. Put baseboards. You can leave this door probably, or put a regular closing door. They probably just put a sliding door to save space. All right, going into the basement. So the realtor on this project did note that you could probably or potentially turn this project into an upstairs downstairs, so have two people living. The reason I mention that is because the only problem with this basement just off the start is that as soon as you come down the stairs, the electrical panel box is right there. I mean, just an odd place to have electrical panel box. Unless you're going to move these stairs, it's sort of a weird way to enter the basement. But aside from that, that is what it is. You can't really change it. Down here, the floor, obviously, you need to put an entire new floor. It's probably a vinyl. I would do a vinyl. If you want to really make it a little bit warmer, you'd want to do maybe carpet. But if there's any water issues at all, you don't want to have carpet because that'll get destroyed really quick. So I would go with a vinyl floor. It looks like there's some, yeah, this is like a panel wood. I had this in one of my houses. Panel wood. I'm just laughing because it's so annoying to get out, but you have to take it out and put drywall everywhere, because if you do, you could paint over it. You technically could. It's just it'll look strange, and these things, especially if you have kids like this, you can break through this very easily with any toy, with any your hand, whatever. So I just don't like it as much. I mean, that can happen with drywall as well, but the panel was really soft. So I just get rid of that anyways. Plus, you don't know what's behind these walls. I would just at least you'd want to see what's going on behind the walls. Is there any mold? Is there any water issues, et cetera, et cetera? Look, as you can see down here, again, it's really dirty. I'm not sure what's going on down here. Bathroom downstairs, everything needs to be ripped out here. Dirty. It looks like, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe mold. Just, yeah. Vanity, you can't refinish that. Get rid of it. New vanity. Bathtub. So they actually have one of these single dial water toggles. I guess we'll call it in my brain freeze there, brain fart, whatever you want to call it. Pink tile need to go. Get rid of all that. Again, the tub, you could potentially refinish the tub, make it nice bright white color again, but you'd have to clean everything. Potentially maybe just rip this entire thing out and rearrange the entire bathroom. Okay, so this is the laundry area. Laundry, obviously, they look like they're in fine shape, actually. They are up on a concrete slab. I don't know if that tells us anything about water issues. It might, that there might be some water issues in the basement. So they put a little bit of concrete there so that the water doesn't affect the appliances. Hope that's not the issue, but it could be. Furnace looks like it's actually a newer furnace than from 1915. So that's good. A little bit of energy saving there. It looks like they have a sink down here. Yeah, that's really dirty. I can't even tell if that's a concrete sink or just plastic sink, but just dirty. So it looks like it's just would probably need to go. Maybe get a new one. Other portion of it, again, flooring everywhere here need to be done. Potentially, also, okay, so there's not rock foundation here. It's actually cinder block, which is good. Cinder block's very good. Pretty much lasts you. The only problem with cinder blocks is because there's spaces, like almost like bricks. You could have rodent issues because when a little bit of mortar in between the cinder blocks erodes even a little bit, mice, rats can come in. But that's just something you'd have to fill in. That's not really the biggest issue in the world. Looks like a little bit of workbench down here. I'll just replace new door, maybe put drywall up around here unless you wanted to leave it as a workshop. But if you wanted to finish it as an upstairs and a downstairs unit, you'd have to finish the entire thing. So this is into the backyard. So there actually is a second entrance. Wasn't at the property, but from what I was told, that can go straight downstairs. I don't know where that is in here, but it's somewhere in the back here. So that's how the second entrance works. You can see pretty small backyard, not much privacy. Everyone can see everyone. That is the way it is in most downtown areas. Downtown Hamilton is no exception. Potentially, you could just put up a wooden fence here to add some value, privacy for the next person. And they have a tree in their lawn here. Not too bad. A little bit of space between the two homes doesn't really tell us much. The brickwork looks okay. Foundation actually on the side looks very nice. Cinder block on this one side here. Oh, so this is probably where the door is actually. Just goes to the back side. Or potentially that's just the door coming out the back. Another picture of the backyard. Again, yeah, no privacy. You'd want to put like someone's cars in your backyard. Just joking, but you want to put probably a wooden fence or something of that nature, unless the bylaws say that you can't have high fences, and in which point it doesn't really matter. There's no privacy at all. And it could be that because it doesn't look like anybody. Oh, there's a fence over here actually. There's a fence there and over there. So you could probably put a little bit higher fence, 6-7 foot fence for privacy. Okay, and that's pretty much it for this one, guys. For the pictures. So yeah, I'll give the ratings after, but yeah, you saw the house. So we already went through all this. I didn't look at the lot size. 20 by 100 is a 2,000 square foot lot. Pretty small, but that's how it was built back then. Let's take a look at mortgage costs just while we're here. 6% interest rate right now. Let's say 30-year amortization. I would probably put in a bid at this place. I probably would have put in a bid for 420, maybe 415. Let's say 415. You'll see the exact numbers afterwards when I go into it, but 415. Down payment 20%. Mortgage payment is $1,991 over 30 years. Not bad. Property tax 280. Rental income, it's saying we can generate about 2,800, which is very good actually. So your cash flow would be positive. Interesting enough. So you'd have to obviously renovate the entire thing before you could even rent this out. So you have those costs there. Let's get a little bit more into it. Again, yeah, 1,320 square feet. Building age 1915. So it does have central air, which is nice for furnace, forced air, heat source, gas. Municipal water, nice. Laundry, obviously, in the suite. So heat forced air. I saw those radiators in the upstairs bedroom, so maybe those are just actually all turned off, or they still are available. Just why would you use them if you have good heat coming in and gas heat source? Okay, so not bad. So let's jump over, now that we've seen the property, let's jump over to what we think we'd have to renovate. Or I pretty much went through everything we'd have to renovate in the property, but as far as what we would have to, the cost associated with doing it and carrying the property. So, alrighty, so just have a numbers worksheet built up here. So list price 359,900, target list price. So this is what the realtor told us. Potentially, this is where that arbitrage comes in that I was talking about. So the arbitrage is what this could actually sell for, even in like today when the market's down, that it's undersold, right? So if you there's houses selling that are in okay shape at 600 right now. So if this house you get on the market, renovate it even better than those homes, you could probably at least get it for 600. And 6 to 8 months, the market actually might even be coming back up again. So you have that opportunity to make the money, even in a down market. But you really have to be careful, and sort of that's why you have to do that research. Have good realtors with you who could tell you, okay, well, this house is probably underpriced. This house is overpriced. What can you get on the back end when you finish? So this is what we were sort of told that we think we could get on the back end. Not that we got this property, but just if we did it. So first and foremost, real estate commission, when we're selling the property at 600, be $27,120. We did 4% plus HST. When you work with a realtor, commonly, you try to reduce the price a little bit. So in this case, we would be doing 4% as opposed to 5 or 6%. Renovation budget, put 60,000. If you're efficient with your renovations and you have a team, then you could probably get it done with 60,000. However, if you're trying to do it yourself, first time ever, you're going to run over costs because there's things you can't think of. There's things that come up after you open stuff up, like the walls or the roof or whatever. So this is renovation budget, includes 60,000, all the things I mentioned: flooring, paint, new kitchen, 2 new bathrooms. Yeah, all of that. Didn't look like appliances needed to be changed in the basement in terms of the washer dryer, but you would need new fridge, new dishwasher if you're going to put it in, new stove. So that's all included in that. And the only other thing is, like I mentioned, if that roof, if there's mold plus the trusses are all rotted, depending on how much work you'd have to do up there, that could add just right there like another $20,000-$30,000 on your budget. But we didn't even include that in here. We just played it safe and assumed it wasn't too bad of an issue. So anyways, private financing costs. So if you are going to get some, if you have 20% down payment and you're going to go get a private lender, costs for the 8 months, we assumed 6-month renovation. And then in today's market, houses aren't selling, in 7 days. Well, this one actually did, surprisingly, but the average days on market right now is over 30 days. So first off, you're going to be waiting 30 days to sell, and then you're going to at least have a 30-day closing. So we assumed 2 months of closing time. So we did 6-month renovation and then add 2 months for the closing. So 8 months private financing costs, miscellaneous carrying costs. So, home insurance, heat, electricity in the house, all those things that you have. Cost for property taxes. Legal costs on purchase. So you have your legal costs plus land transfer. We always assume 1.5% for closing costs on a purchase. On a sale, it's not as much, but you're going to have those realtor costs if you went through a realtor. Legal costs on sale, we just said 1,000. We already included the real estate commission up here. So total cost, 122,000. So if we sold this house for 600,000 and our costs were 122,000, we'd at least have to, our break-even price would be 477. In other words, we could go up to 477 offer on this house, but we wouldn't break even at all. So that's why I would even say like we would have probably offered 399, 410, because you are first off taking major risk on by the roof issue. So if there's another 20, 30,000 there, but that aside, if you got it for 410 and you were able to sell for 600, you'd make about $60,000 profit, which is obviously great for 6 or 8 months, right? Like people don't even make that in their full-time jobs over the course of a year. So not too bad. If you got it for 400, obviously you'd make about 77,000 profit, give or take. Obviously these numbers are going to change. Some stuff is going to be overestimated, some stuff is going to be underestimated, but that is what it is. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, that's my analysis. Definitely don't hesitate to leave a comment, subscribe, like, reach out to us. We like to hear from you, what you thought. Do you think we could, have done it for cheaper? Do you think it would cost a lot more? Let us know your thoughts. Again, Alex Late from Tried and True Mortgages. We help Canadians, specifically in Hamilton and Stony Creek, work on home purchase financing, refinancing, equity takeout, debt consolidation at Tried and True Mortgages. Thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.